Right then guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. It is official, Newcastle have made their second signing of the January window. It is a striker, thank you. It is Chris Wood from Burnley. This one has gone through so quickly. A lot of the details are still to be released on this one. But generally what we do know at this moment is the fee is 25 million. And the reason it has gone through so quickly is because he had a release clause at Burnley, which again we believe was 25 million. So from the point that Newcastle made that offer, he was on the train. He was on the train pretty much that night, heading up to Newcastle to get his medical, to get the paper signed. And I believe quickly enough in time that he can play this weekend against Watford, which, if that's the case, is tremendous. I did a video literally this week. I don't know if Amanda and the team were watching, but I made a video this week called the Striker Crisis at NUFC. I spoke about options, and one thing I also spoke about was the fact that if we could bring in a player who had a release clause, it just straight away saves us 2 weeks of bartering. Well, we want to pay this. Well, we want that. The fact that we were able to go in, put the bid on the table, and get him up to Newcastle within 48 hours to sign the documents and get it done is fantastic. We will go on to talk about the Burnley side of things as well and how it kind of plays out for them. But to kind of start things off in terms of Newcastle and the player that we are getting, some people have already spoken about, is it a good deal? Have they overspent? I think straight off as a Newcastle fan, is Chris Wood better than we already have? Callum Wilson's injured. Dwight Gale is playing on his Xbox at home. So we have nothing. So is Chris Wood better than no one? Yes he is. So I absolutely believe that we have improved our team with this signing. The fact that he can walk in, he's played in the Premier League, he knows what he's doing, he's a big lad, it's something to aim for up front. He's going to create space for players like St. Max, who, again, when we try and play him up front, he just doesn't have the room, it doesn't work. I mean, the alternative would have been try and play Fraser in a false nine. Like, we had no striker option. So straight away, has he improved us? Yes. Yes, he has. And again, you can talk about 25 million. Is that too much? Is that a lot? For again, a 30-year-old... Possibly. Again, we're on a January window where it's tough to get good deals. People know we have money. They know we need players. It's going to always be tough to try and bring in a bargain. Having said that, if we'd spent 20 million on Trippier and 12 on Chris Wood, I'd be saying we've got two fantastic deals there. Instead, we've done it the other way around, but it's still the same amount of money. And again, you can also look at the fact that players like Muto, who we signed for 10 million and never played because he was terrible. And we signed Joselu for 5 million, who again was terrible. Those two together are only 5 million less than Chris Wood. And at least what we know we're getting is a Premier League player. Someone who knows the league, knows how to play in the Premier League. We could have probably gone out and spent less and brought in an unknown. But I think the fact is we can't really take risks right now. We need to bring in players who already know how to hit the ground running. And obviously he hasn't actually played a game yet, and we have to see how things get on. But I think we've got a much sounder chance of him stepping in and hitting the ground running than trying to buy abroad for cheaper or whatever and it not working out. So for me, the price, because of the situation we're in with no strikers, because it's January, because people know we've got money, I think it's not a bad deal at all. So let me know your thoughts on that down below. Obviously, the other side of it is the Burnley side. From what I understand, Sean Dyche and the team are not particularly happy about the situation. I presume they knew that there was a release clause, but perhaps didn't think someone would quite trigger it at this moment. I mean, it is risky for them having it in there and allowing teams to potentially use it. I think they're probably disappointed in Chris Wood for leaving them in the lurch. But at the same time, and I do understand it is not great because now they are in a January window and everyone now knows that they are probably desperate to buy a striker as well. So although they have 25 million, people are going to know they've got that much And if they go out and try and buy a new striker, that's probably the fee that they're going to ask for as well. So how much money do they really make off it when they need to go out and spend as well? But who knows? Maybe they could go abroad. Maybe they could get a deal, and maybe that could work out for them. So who knows on that side. But in terms of Newcastle, obviously, as I say, I made a video this week called The Striker Crisis at Newcastle. I was very worried earlier than this week, not only just for this weekend, but also the rest of the season. We've known this for a long time. Callum Wilson's injury prone, and the only backup we've got is Dwight Gale, who hasn't played a game of football in 3 years. So we always needed to bring someone in. A striker was always going to be on our list of things to do this window, but the fact that we got it over the line quickly, and we can now, and again, I could potentially see us still looking at bringing another striker in. Again, maybe now is the time to look abroad, look at a younger player, because at least now you've got the man to rely on, but also there's no harm in giving him back up. And then once Callum Wilson is back, we could have a real strike force to reckon with. So I am going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching as always. Let me know your thoughts on Chris Wood down below. Let me know what you think of him as a player, how he will fit into the Newcastle side. Is the price about right, or have we overspent? Let me know all of that down below. But thank you for watching. Fingers crossed we might see another one through the door before the end of the window. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.